Today's adventure begins as the recording of this Monday, November 11th, 2024. I'm standing in 5-degree temperatures at 10:04 a.m. Sun has only been up for a half hour. That's right, the sun rose around 9:30 and is going to set before 4 p.m. Really not a lot of daylight here in Alaska this time of the year, but I am loving it nonetheless. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here with my breath in tow. There's a snowman over there I'm gonna go check out. I'm also gonna zip this hoodie up. I'm wearing an appropriate North Pole t-shirt that I got yesterday over at Santa's house, which is about 20 miles that way in North Pole, Alaska. I am in Fairbanks, gonna walk around, then I'm gonna grab a ride share, go to a few indoor places, and just see how the day leads here in Fairbanks. I'm inviting you to join me. It's good to have you. I'm also gonna put that facial covering thing I had on and put this up as well. 5 degrees is chilly. Join me. Shall you? It did not take long for me to put my gloves on and the little facial thing. Here's a snowman at a sushi place. When I think of sushi, I don't think of Fairbanks. Oh my gosh. He's got rock eyes and a very distinct face. Yeah, I am already bundled up. Right, I got this on. Right there, I'm gonna take a little walk over to a park over here. See what they got there. Just see what Fairbanks has to offer. This is the entrance to Pioneer Park. There's a gentleman walking over there. He just slipped on the ice and fell. He ate it pretty dang hard. He seems to be okay though. He's walking normally. So you just gotta tread really lightly around here because the ice is really rough. I feel more comfortable walking in snow than I do ice. Take a look at this little guy here. He's got the little Prospector Pioneer. He's got his pickaxe right there. He's got his shovel. And this is a real shovel. This is not like a carved wooden shovel. They put real tools. Right there, covered in snow. And then over there's the entrance to Pioneer Park. And after seeing that guy slip and fall, I gotta be careful when I walk over there. It's probably really icy. This truck's pulling through. Got the snow on top. Classic truck alert. Nice. Oh, nice. Got a little honkage. Pioneer Park. Part of the North Star Borough. Oh yeah, slick. Stay walking in the snow. Stay off that ice. Oh, I didn't even realize the correlation. President Warren G. is who this is named after. The Harding car was built in 1905 in Chicago, carried passengers until 45. It was donated to the city here in 1959. It's also the train car that the president rode in when he came to Alaska to drive the Golden Spike for the Alaska Railroad. Interesting, I did that railroad trip the other day, and they were talking about that. Do not ride bikes in this area, however. Unless you were Warren, he would let the president do that. Maybe. Oh, wow. Look at this. Why is this here? It's a huge riverboat. What the heck is this doing here? I was not expecting in a Pioneer Park to see this. in the frozen tundra of Alaska. Okay. That is very impressive. Wow. That is awesome. Right next to the train. This is like the full-size deal. Much bigger than the Mark Twain and the Liberty Bell, the Disney parks. A lot lengthier. This is a thing of beauty right here. The SS Nenana, commissioned in 1933, is a National Historic Landmark. There it is, in all its beautiful glory, right here in Alaska. Also given the name the Last Lady of the River. 1,028 tons, 237 feet tall. Right here past this mound of snow. I want to pan this way. I want to show this old pioneer kind of village where the museum and all that is. But take a look at this. This is odd. And I don't know if it has to do with the coolness in the air, but that steam is definitely a lot more prominent than you will see elsewhere. See that steam? It almost looks like a funnel cloud up there. It's kind of beautiful. It's not. I don't think it's created by the weather. I think it's just like a smokestack because it's so cold. You can see it a lot more prominently above the kind of old village over here, right? Isn't that neat? Recreation of an old pioneer village. Plane flying over, small plane. Hand carved antlers, ivory, and wood right here. Klondike Ave. Look at this. Klondike Avenue. I love good theming. Looks like possibly when this place is open in the summertime, got train rides. This is not the quintessential time frame to be here, but I am loving the fact that I'm nestled into winter conditions, which is what I wanted when taking my first Alaska trip. Here's some of the distances here. We got Homer, Kodiak, Palmer, McCarthy, Nome. 520. Alaska is huge. Delta 82 miles, Anchorage 260 miles, Seward 330 miles, Juneau is 628 miles. Alaska is massive. Oh, very interesting. So these buildings, are they recreations or were they moved from the 1907 waterfront business area along First Ave and Lacey? Yeah, it's like an homage to what the buildings looked like right there. That is neat. So there is a artistic representation of what really used to be. And over here is a really big bird. Oh, hello, squirrel. There's a squirrel over there. How you doing out here in these elements? You loving it? Oh my gosh. Hi, squirrel. Oh, you're making some little chirping noises. I love that. This thing's huge. Look at this. This is my hand. This is the size of this thing with the beak there. Good to see you, bird. To see you. This is like something Jed Clampett and his family would have rode in on. This is a wood cutting truck from 1909. It was used for 20 years back then. Back when Bill Sherman. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, that was ice scraping against the top of my coat there. It made like a weird noise. That is you gotta be careful of this. You don't want to. It's very sharp. Let me duck down. Bill Sherman, pioneer woodsman. Utilize this. Who is this? Him? Woodsaw Bill. Yeah, look at Woodsaw right there. Bill Sherman, better known as Woodsaw, cut wood in Fairbanks for over 40 years. This was his truck. Think about that. He utilized this for 20 years of his 40 years of his wood business. Think of the memories he had on this thing. Think about your personal car and how long you've had it. And all the memories you have in that. And yeah, old Bill Sherman's car. Now it's just sitting here. Man, that's just neat to think about, right? This is perfection right through here. Look at this. Okay, so I was reading a little bit on some of the little placards they have up. In fact, these buildings were moved from a different spot, not recreations, but they were moved from places. Example, this was moved from the 1400 block of 2nd Avenue and Badger. So I guess it was kind of shown in that photo. This is like a winter paradise. Look at this. Right? This is so neat. I know I get overly excited about the breath, but you don't get this in Florida. Or even a lot of other places I travel. Usually when you talk, you're not seeing your breath so much. So bear with me. Speaking of bears, it'd be nice to see a bear, but they're hibernating right now. The bears are hibernating. The bears right now are saying, bear with us. We're snoozing. Again, someone's dream, someone's livelihood, someone's life. This was hand-built, this cabin, by Dr. Stearns. He was the first vet in Fairbanks, and he built this himself. Doc was an avid moviegoer. He liked movies. What year would that have been? What year was Doc Sturt? What films was Doc watching? See, I never knew about Soapy Smith before. Now I have heard of Soapy Smith. This was his home. Oh, wait, no. It was the home of Skagway Jims. That was Skagway Jims, who was a member of Soapy Smith gang. That's what it says. Love this old church, too. Old stained glass over here. Ooh, I gotta read this. This is the original First Presbyterian here in town. Look at that. Okay, one of the oldest and original cabins here in town. It's like just a little sled up top. It was built in '04, believed to be built in '04, located on 2nd Avenue. The original mud can still be seen between some of the logs. Full log cabin. Doesn't get much better than that. Whoa! Whoa! Hitchcock would be proud. I've now ordered an Uber to go the 3 miles from here over on Moore Street, Pioneer Park, over to the Museum of the North. That's where I'm gonna head. Just waiting patiently, and once it arrives, gonna get indoors for a little bit, which I'm looking forward to. This cold can almost like eat through your clothes. Like even though you're like bundled up with layers, you can really feel it. Even going through the gloves, going through this, going through the layer of the covering, the headwear, the cap, it still really starts to permeate the bones really quickly. So you don't want to be out too long in it. One thing about the Museum of the North I'm excited about is they supposedly have the Alexander Supertramp bus. If you ever seen the movie Into the Wild, that was based on the real bus that Christopher camped out in for years before he passed away. And they have moved it from the spot so that hikers can now not be in danger of finding it. And I've always wanted to see it. Easier to understand me when I don't have this on. But I've always wanted to see it. So hopefully I'll be able to check that out. The Alexander Supertramp bus exists. It's here in Fairbanks now, from Into the Wild. I like that movie a lot. All right, I have made it over to the Museum of the North. An Arctic hadrosaurs. Nice to get out of the elements for a little bit. Look at this. Wow. This is a motor that was used, a Johnson Seahorse motor. This outboard motor was featured in one of the early expeditions into the Bering Strait. Oh dang, that is a really, really large bear, right? Oh, there's even a buffalo or a bison up there, over there in the background as well. Hello there. That's like a 10 or 12 foot bear. Massive mastodon tusks right here. Very, very impressive. There's a few seals here, ringed seals, ribbon seals, and a polar bear up top. A taxidermied polar bear right here. I can imagine seeing a polar bear in the wild. Now, I went to a zoo, there's a polar bear, and now I'm seeing this one. I've seen them never in the wild. I can't even imagine seeing one of these things in the wild. It would be so impressive. It is in fact a plains bison right there. Plains bison. And you got some bears over here, little brown bears. Some otters. What are these, otters? Yeah, river otters. And a wolverine. There's a wolverine right there. There you go. Those teeth. This is a lynx. The only member of the cat family found in Alaska. Okay. The only member of the cat family found in Alaska, a lynx. And a northern flying squirrel. Living in the trees. Clarence Jesse Berry passed away in 1930. He was a pioneer prospector of the Klondike in the interior Alaska. One of the many who searched for gold. We have a little display here dedicated to the search of gold. Oh wow, look down here. Got some gold coins and gold pieces and gold all through here in this little encasing. The This old motorcycle with a backstory on this is tire shop motorcycle. Just relating to the service stations across the Alaska Highway. So you got the old Snickers box right down here. Milky Way, Snickers, Forever Yours, Mars, Dr. IQ. I never heard of that. Three Musketeers, all those I've heard of. I never heard of a Dr. IQ. Might not even be something that's even made anymore. What if he got smarter eating that chocolate? Got a higher IQ. This is showing all the different fossils. Fossils of Alaska and the Yukon. The mega moose. Yukon horse mummy. Blue babe. Effie, the baby mammoth mummy. Interesting. An orca. St. Paul. That's called the Great Alaska Outhouse Experience. Open gently the doors and step up carefully, sitting in the outhouse sculpture to experience it. Look with your eyes and please do not handle the objects. So can I go in this? Open gently the doors and carefully step up. It does say open it. You're taking care of business in here. Definitely a lot to look at. A lot to entertain yourself and look at and read. Okay, I'm gonna head back out now. I just had the outhouse experience through the doors. That was interesting. Okay, so here's some information on the bus 142. This is the entrance out front. So the bus is not in the museum at the moment. They're eventually going to be outside somewhere. In September 2020, the UA Museum of the North became the official spot for the bus 142, aka the Stampede Trail bus, the Magic Bus, or the Into the Wild bus. That way people don't have to hike all the way out there to find it. Where and when can I see the bus? It's going to take over the next 2 to 3 years. So it's evidently not able to be seen, which is a bummer. There's a famous photo of him sitting right here. When you're watching Into the Wild, they show the actor sitting in the spot, and then they also show Supertramp sitting in the spot. They helicoptered it in. That would definitely been an exciting traversing out to find it. That would have been something I would have liked to have done, even though probably this wouldn't have been the time of the year to do it if they had not have moved it. Kind of a bummer it's not on display right now. Over in the gift shop they have a sticker that you can buy, but you can't see it. They have a sticker you can buy one day. Man, I really want to see that bus. I'm going to ask if they know where it is. All right, I found some info online that even though The bus was moved here a few years ago. Up until late last year, the general public could go over to a section of the college and peek in through a window to see it. I'm going to see if that's still the case now at the end of 2024. Article I saw online said at end of 2023 it was a thing, so see what happens. A lot of ice here. I really wanted to see that bus. Just got to figure out what building it is. Probably that one. Let me walk over there. But first, I see a snowman up here on the top of the hill. Let me go see this other snowman up there. Even though I'm on a campus, it's cold enough to where I feel like I'm into the wild. The only thing that's lacking is I don't have Eddie Vedder providing the soundtrack of me walking around here in the snow. This is a good one. That's a really good snowman right there. Dang. Good face on that too. Gotta get a selfie with this thing. Gotta get a selfie with the snowman. When I think of snowmen in movies, I think of Frozen, obviously. Do you want to build a snowman? But also Cannibal the Musical. Let's build a snowman. Slightly lesser known film than Disney's Frozen. This building's wild. Oh, there's some people up there climbing up on the satellite, or they were up there. Up on that ledge up there. Here's another directional spot. Honolulu is 4,895 kilometers. Tahiti is 9,142 kilometers. Ottawa is 4,741 kilometers. The South Pole is 17,198 kilometers. Yeah, I don't know what building they're storing this thing in, but I feel like it's out here somewhere. Somewhere. This is the Arctic Health Research Building. And this is the Agricultural and Forestry Experiment Station. Looks pretty neat with the colors illuminating through the side there. Oh, could this be a sign about the bus? I did not write this. Keep going. Alright, so the Joseph E. Usabelli building. That's Charles Bunnell there, but he's standing in front of the Joseph E. Usabelli building, which last I saw any documentation of the bus being visible said it was in here. So I'll see what they say when I walk in, or maybe I could just peruse around till I find it, or I'll ask someone. See what happens. There's a coffee shop in here called Java Joe's, where I have a piping hot caffeinated beverage, and I was talking to the worker, barista there, saying that it used to be, the bus used to be right here for a year or so when they were working on it, and you could come in here and watch them work on the Into the Wild, the real bus that he lived in for many years, out in the wilderness. And it's true, because I found a photo of people standing right here in this very spot with the little soda machine and all that. He said about a year ago they moved it. He said that the museum would have more information, which of course the information that I read didn't have any kind of time frame on it, so I don't know if I'll ever see the bus with my own eyes, but I was hoping to get lucky. Walked over from the museum to here was about a mile walk through the frozen tundra, but at least I got coffee. Oh well. What can you do? But there was a time you could just walk right here and look right down. See the bus that he slept in. Would have loved to have seen that with my own eyes. I do like that movie. I like the story. I don't say he probably went about things the wrong way. He didn't really... He kind of just... I don't know. Sometimes I just go off the cuff too, so I kind of get that aspect. But, I mean, he really, really went off the cuff, which ended up being his demise. And man, that would have been so cool to freaking see. But it's probably a good they got rid of it out of the middle of the woods in the wilderness, because people were hiking into it, trying to cross a river, and there were incidents with that. And I probably would have been one of those people who would have tried to hike to it, knowing my dumb self. But it was over on that far end, over there where the coffee shop was. There's a photo just last year of people looking at it. Man, that's cool. That's really cool. It wasn't meant to be. No luck on Ubers. The one Uber driver dropped me off. He's like the only one running today, and he's booked up till 3. So I ordered a taxi, same taxi yesterday that picked me up from North Pole back to Fairbanks. I'll be taking that over to downtown, which I'm going to go to the Ice Museum and then maybe grab a bite to eat before the sun goes down. Not a lot of daylight. Definitely not as many rideshare people here than I thought there would be. We're now officially downtown Fairbanks. Haven't been downtown yet. It's like an old marquee here, the Mecca Bar. It's kind of neat looking. I do love a good marquee. The Ice Museum is in the old theater, I believe. It has a marquee also from a photograph I was seeing online. Gold Rush fine jewelry. It's all closed up though. Kind of old-timey signage. This is interesting, this pipe right here. It's almost like a vent. It comes up and emits, I guess, steam out of there. Yeah. So right over there is the Ice Museum. This is a beautiful old theater here. Like repurposed into an ice museum now. Lacey Street. Okay, yeah. Lacey. L-A-C-E-Y space Street. Because it is located on Lacey Street, where dreams come true. Right here on Lacey Street. Well, it's not going to be a shock by any stretch of the imagination walking in here, because I'm sure they have it cold enough for the ice to be in. But it's just as cold out here, if not colder out here, than it probably is inside. Lacey Street Theater, 1939. Art Deco style building. Used to host gala events. All right, I'm now in. And they said that I was allowed to bring this in, which is nice. That's a change. A lot of places, they no food or drink. All right. The ice sculpting capital of the world. Is Jerry Garcia? It is. Inside an old movie theater. Okay, so you go this way. She said go through the curtains. Do not go upstairs. That's what that says. Got little stanchions up. Okay, going in. Oh, look at this. It's like battling a big snake. Oh, this is so cool. I mean, it's still set up just like a theater. In fact, they still have the seats in here. What? Oh, wow. Looks like this. There's no one in there now, but someone's in there carving with chainsaw, ice carving chainsaw. Wow, amazing. Someone's gonna slide down this little thing right here. This is a slide right here. Look at this. Someone. So here's the seats here for the movie theater. There's the balcony. So they really haven't changed much of the inside. They just added some ice sculptures. He's the ice carver.
Okay, ice carver, you work 那是讲 OK。
All right. So it's not a chainsaw, it's like a little whittler thing. Oh, he's making a tree. Did all that in like 5 minutes. That was pretty entertaining, truthfully. That was just so fast how he did that. Northern conditions, enter at your own risk. Slick. Watch your step. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Now, I've been to ice at Gaylord Palms in Orlando. They do something like this, which is really amazing. They do a themed thing every year. This is the real deal. I mean, this is in Alaska. Pure artwork from ice. Man, this is cool. This is pretty dang cool. There's like a little ice bar here. There's a polar bear, a horse. This is so neat. Well done. There's an eagle. Got the lights behind it there. The box or something. There's the temperature gauge up here, just below 20, so it is warmer in here than it is outside. Yeah, it is warmer in here than it is outdoors. And this ice isn't even melting, this ice is just solid. Slide?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put the drink down. Slide time. Okay.
1, 2 button.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, inside.
Feet inside?
Yeah, inside.
Okay.
Good.
Hold on to that.
Yeah, okay, no answer. Okay. Okay, go home. Teeny.
What the heck? That was awesome. That was good. That was good. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Did you carve all this yourself? You carved all this?
Yeah.
You did all this. It was amazing.
Fundy.
What's that? What's right here? This is so cool. Looks like you can even sit up on top of the horse. If you want to ride the horse, you can. He did such a heck of a job on this stuff. It's so dang awesome. Anyway, I don't know. I just love stuff like this. It's just so cool. No pun intended, because it is cold. The trade here, we got a wood carved polar bear, a chainsaw, Buddy Holly. That guy was awesome. He's so happy. I love it. The founding of this town was Captain E.T. Barnett. That's E.T. right there, not the E.T. you're thinking of, the E.T. I'm thinking of, but E.T. Barnett, whose trading post on the Chena River became the city of Fairbanks. And as I am filming this, today is Veterans Day. And both of these bridges are in honor of the veterans. In fact, I was talking to the taxi driver, and I was asking if they put these flags up just for today. She said, no, they're up all the time, all year, on the bridge. So I'm going to walk over here and show this on this Veterans Day. The river is very cold and icy. It's not frozen solid. It's flowing a little bit, but yeah, there's more steam. There's definitely more visible in the cold than it would be. I mean, that is just, it's freaking cold out here. Look at the ice right there on the side of the trees. When I was in the ice museum, that 20 degrees felt really warm. I was like, I'm actually comfortable in here. There it is, downtown Fairbanks. All right, here's a place called Noodle House. It's a Thai restaurant. I think I'm gonna get some noodles. They have any kind of soup in here. I'm gonna get something soupy here at the Noodle House on the corner of Wickersham Street and 2nd Ave. Get out of these elements. Oh, what do they got? Here's the menu. What if they have ramen? I don't see any ramen. They have noodles though. They have pad thai. Ooh, 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 ooh. They have pho. Oh yes, thank you. Oh, bless you. Bless you. I've got some ice water here. It looks like almost like a honeycomb, a little chunk of the ice. I probably could have done without the ice, honestly. And then this is a pretty good looking bowl of pho. Got the chopsticks here. Got the little soup thing. Little chicken. Faga. I'm so happy this place has served some good delicious soup. Alright, this will warm me up a little bit. Alright, that was good. We'll warm the soul up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna walk about a mile, a little over a mile, back to my hotel. Sun will be setting soon. Sun is not out very long, so I'm gonna get back before the sun goes down. It's gonna get even colder then. Oh, there's a bus. Get some steps in here in the frozen tundra. It's 2:42, 3 degrees. 1 hour till the sun will be. It will be darkness in an hour, which is insane to think about. You see the sun is right there. It's almost down over the horizon. There's a crossing guard right here. He's got a shovel. All right. Thank you.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Very slick.
Slippery though, watch out.
Very slick. I almost slipped back there. Have a good one. I'm from Florida, so I'm not used to this.
Oh, absolutely. The only thing we all tell you in Alaska is just cut layer after layer. And the best place is over by, what is it called? It's just short of University Safeway and all that. You
Okay.
know, it's a place they sell used items. And that's the place to go. And they sell all these coats and everything like that for nothing. Yeah, for like yard sale prices, so it's a good deal.
All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's not a bad place at all, I promise. And the money's good too. It's not a bad deal.
All right, nice to meet you.
Take care.
Have a good one, buddy.
Bye.
He was very, oh my gosh, you were so freaking friendly. Oh, everybody here is so nice. Woo, layers, that's the key. I did bring some thermal long johns. Didn't wear them today, but I do have them in my luggage. Might have to throw them on tomorrow. I like he had his crossing stop sign. He had a shovel in case he needed to break up the ice. He was warning me about the ice thing. It was very slick. There's been 2 or 3 times today that I've almost slipped and fell and busted my hiney. And that's gonna do it for today. From Fairbanks, Alaska. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.